Hello and welcome. JuliAnne Murphy here, JuliAnneMurphy.com. Today I want to share with you, or I feel led to share with you, there are a number of books that related to my own faith journey. I have that have really resonated with me over the past 2 years as I've returned to faith. As I've mentioned, and you probably saw if you're seeing this via email, as I've mentioned before, I was away from faith for 30 years with lots of good reasons for that. And through the cancer journey, my cancer journey came back to faith, but it wasn't all at once. So there's a number of books that that I discovered through that journey over the last couple of years that really kind of helped in bringing me back gradually to my faith. And I want to share with you those specific books, and I'm going to do it one by one. So today's video, I want to share with you this one by Trevor Hudson. It's not a brand new book. It's called The Serenity Prayer. Many of you may be familiar with the Serenity Prayer from other places. Specifically, if any of you have worked with or have had loved ones that have gone through the AA, Alcoholics Anonymous program, or Al-Anon, which is Alcoholics Anonymous groups for friends and family. I think we've all heard at some point about the Serenity Prayer, but it goes something like this: God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. That may sound familiar, right? So anyway, this specifically is not a brand new book. It's been out for maybe 10, 15 years. I'd have to look specifically. And it probably, if you find this online, it's going to have a different cover because of the fact that it's not brand new. Let me just take a look. This was put up by Trevor Hudson in 2004. And so there may even be a newer version of it. But again, I'm just going to hold it up for you. This book I really like because for me, in my daily kind of returning to faith, which has happened again over the last couple of years, I was not ready to dive straight into the Bible. And I'll get more into that later. Some people are. Some people that's really interesting to them and something they want to do. That was not of great interest to me. It is becoming now after almost 2 years. But I really needed kind of some primers, I guess you would say, for getting back into faith and exploring the concepts of faith without it being full on Jesus, if you know what I mean. So this book particularly, I picked up, actually got it from my cousin at her house here in Little Rock, when I was just had started to go, was facing the stage 4 diagnosis of cancer and had been told that it was terminal. Serenity is something, we all need, whether we are of faith or not. And I think it's something we all look for, right? We're all looking for peace inside. We're all looking not to be in a place of chaos and confusion and just, whether it's agony, there's a lot of different words you can use. And I think as human beings, we all struggle with those things at one point or another. From whatever it is, doesn't matter how it originated. We all have emptiness. We all have pain. We all have chaos. We all have confusion. And what I love about this little book, and it's a book, I think it doesn't even have that many chapters. I think it has 12 chapters, is that it focuses on different facets of the Serenity Prayer. So whether or not you're a big fan of the Serenity Prayer itself, it's just kind of taking it a little bit deeper. So for example, the first chapter, other than the introduction, is called God Grant Me the Serenity. And he dives into that piece and what it means to him and some examples of how he's been able to find serenity and what serenity means to him. So it's really, really good. I found this book really useful for us, for you and I, as we were starting down the path of chemotherapy. And even as we went through my death experiences, I found this book really comforting. And I think, again, comfort is something that so many of us are looking for. So highly recommend. You'll probably find it on eBay or even a used bookshop. You might be able to find it on Amazon these days. And if not, there might be something similar. Highly recommend. And again, Trevor Hudson, The Serenity Prayer. So just little tips and tidbits as we go along of my walk, my return to faith, and what's that has looked like along the way. And this was kind of one of the first steps. Hope you find it helpful. Ciao.